Greetings, comrades. Bobcat here in the beautiful Art Mind Studios, still under renovation, but today I am partaking in a little bit of self-indulgence. What can I say? I love to eat, and to eat as well as I like to eat, I need to cook as well as befitting that. And replacing the long-time family charcoal barbecue, which I loved to death, cooked on it so much and it rusted itself out. So I have bought a same brand name, Char Griller Professional Grills and Smokers. I have saved up some money and bought their Texas Trio model 3070 for cooking surface barbecue combination propane and charcoal. So this is propane and propane accessories. And I'm gonna put it together in the studio here and then wheel the thing outside to cook on it, because it is literally 100 degrees outside this beautiful Washington, D.C., and this is the coolest place I've got. HVAC is halfway installed. Hopefully they'll finish that soon, but I'm gonna turn the audio off, turn these fans on, and just dive right in. When this is done, do a quick walk around before I take it outside. We gotta season it. You don't want to cook just straight away. Gotta give the cooking grills a good clean, and then season them per factory instructions, which I've glanced at least that part of it. So you basically have to run the propane and run the charcoal sides at like 200 some odd degrees, 300 degrees for a couple hours with vegetable oil to really season the grill bars themselves and the inside of the equipment. And then we'll actually cook ourselves some to eat on it. But meantime, I'm gonna cut this. The box is pretty beat up, but I'm confident the inside is okay. I'm gonna cut this box apart and just start putting this thing together. We'll see you eventually. So after a dinner break, I've got quite the mess to clean up, but it's done. Check this out. So on the propane side, you've got a burner for pots, mostly pots, that sort of stuff, but just an exposed flame. burner. You can roast peppers right over that. A 3-burner propane grill, charcoal grill, and steak. And I think what this is called is a side box smoker, but you can smoke stuff down in here, and that smoke will travel through and go up through there. So I gotta take these outside, and I don't think it's gonna come through the video, but like they have a nice factory oily coating on them that I'm gonna have to basically burn off. You get some vegetable oil, brush it over these grates really, really good, and building the propane fire is gonna be real easy. Slap on a tank, crank it up, and hit the go button. You have to build a charcoal fire, but not too hot. The instruction manual said keep it below like 400, 450, something like that. So I'm gonna have to build a charcoal fire under both of these burners and cook that off for a couple of hours and really, what's the word? I used to know this, like cook off some of the hydrocarbons to get that vegetable oil to really give that non-stick kind of seasoning on here. But that's a task for tomorrow. So let's cut to tomorrow. So got it set up outside, propane hooked up, tested for leaks, everything is happy. Per the instructions, page C5, light burner set on medium-low, closed grill hood, maintain 250 degrees for 2 hours. Never exceed 450 degrees. I'm doing one side at a time. I saw in some videos online where a guy tried to season both at the same time, and the temperature was just uncontrollably hot. It's already 100 degrees out here right now, which is part of why I waited till the sun started to go down. But yeah, so instructions. You take the burners out, or take the grill surface itself out, wipe it down with vegetable oil, wipe down the inside of the barbecue with vegetable oil. So don't go too heavy, but give it a decent coat all the way through, and then monitor it. I've got one gas burner on, middle one, and it is about 375, just below 400. I'm only doing one at a time, like I said, to help control temperature, and also because I'm going to go inside because the mosquitoes are chewing me up. One thing I've discovered, wiping these grills down with vegetable oil, if you can, get a cloth. Don't use paper towels. Paper towels are really way crumbly. I'm leaving crumbs all over the grill surface. And forgive the airplane flying directly low overhead. I'm in the landing approach for Andrews Air Force Base. My street just lines nicely up with the runway, but like down there. So sometimes they fly a little low. Yeah, so it is maintaining 375, 380. I'm just gonna leave it like this. And come back out, set the timer for 2 hours, come back out just before that, wipe this all down, and then this and the smoke box, wipe this all down, including the lid, everything, with vegetable oil, light up a small fire, and try and get that going while this side cools down, and see if I can't maintain that temperature low and slow, as it were. One problem I ran into a lot, and it's a shame on me, with my old grills, was stuff got too hot. Just too hot. And using a smoker, can't do that. So, yeah, I just went up about 5 more degrees, because it's really hot outside. So, catch up with you when we do the charcoal bit. 2 hours later, it's actually just ahead of 2 hours later, I have 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. But I'm going to end it now, just because it's getting dark, and I want to make sure everything is safely wrapped up before it's too dark to see. But I've had the single burner on low. I mean, I can feel the heat cooking off of this. And, but the temperature hasn't budged, so hooray for cooking with gas. So I'm just going to turn this middle one to off. I just heard it go poof inside. I'm going to turn the gas off real quick. Ooh, I can feel it nice and hot under here too. Note to self. And watching the temperature drop. I'm gonna take a quick peek, but I'm gonna keep the lid closed so it cools down naturally. There is a slight sheen and a slight darkness or darkening of the grill plates, and so it's late. I'm gonna do charcoal side tomorrow. But temperature has already gone from about 390 to 350, and I'm just watching the needle tick down. So that's it for seasoning the propane side. You don't need to season the burner, the propane burner, pot burner, side burner, whatever you want to call it. There we go. So check in tomorrow. Yo, seasoning day 3. It is 95.7 degrees out here. I only want to get this up to about 250, no more than 450 degrees. But I'm doing this side. I'm going to leave this side open. I can see it's got a nice little cookout on it, oil cook down. Got about 2/3 of this chimney full of charcoal, a little tumbleweed under here. I've never used either of these before, but let's give it a go. Okay, I can see a tumble is caught, starting to smoke up through here. Smells lovely. This is one of those crazy hot summer afternoons where there's a chance of thunderstorms, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So I'm going to gather up all of my charcoal and wood chips and crap that I want to keep dry, drag them into my newly air-conditioned studio. Maybe you can hear it in the background, but I've got a new air conditioning system installed, so I'm going to cool out while this heats up. And yep, you're burning, so come back in like 10-15 minutes and see how these charcoals are doing. Dump them in the side box here, as I've seen other folks on YouTube do it. Dump it in the side smoker here and let this just roll up through. I'm presetting the air intake and the top damper to about 25%, maybe 20% tops, so that once this is up and rolling, it'll keep things going slow through here and not like crazy hot. I'm not even going to dump in all of the charcoal. I'm probably going to dump in about half and go from there. So we'll see you in a bit. It's really hot. So I have a nice hot core going in here. I can see it's glowing red nice in there. I've never used one of these chimneys before, but I think I'm going to do so from now on. This is seems to be a lot more reliable than my pour lighter fluid on a pile and hope it sticks method. So I'm going to dump about half of these straight into the side box, and then let the chimney sit on here with the lid up, close these lids, and see what kind of temperatures I can maintain. I'd rather start small and work up than overshoot the temperature and have to put out a fire, so to speak. Ooh, that's mighty warm. That's about half. You will sit there. Whew. Lid closed. I changed my mind about that. Since I didn't even put a whole lot in here, I'm gonna dump the rest in here. I mean, it's literally just a handful. Ooh. Close that lid and just watch the temperature. changed my mind about this because there really wasn't a whole lot of coal in there to begin with. I'm going to try and keep the propane side as clean as possible, so I'm not going to stick burning coals onto that. But temperature-wise, we're just about 210 and climbing. Not climbing very fast, which is fine. Open that way up. Now watching the temperature jump. 230, 240. Timer 2 hours. All right. Oh, it's just below 250. Now it's at 250. And so we'll just let that run for 2 hours. I'll check it in about an hour to see if I need to add any coal to it. Again, I'd rather work up and maintain than be like, oh my god, too hot. And as always, a moment of fire safety. I have a fire extinguisher about 5 seconds just on the other side of that door. My personal rule, I like to have a fire extinguisher either immediately in arm's reach or within 10 seconds, 5-10 seconds of me at any time. So if I'm like, oh crap, fire, get up and run, it shouldn't take me more than 5-10 seconds to get to one and then come back and put out the fire, because, you know, seconds count. So yeah, just above 250, and we'll leave it there and check in later. So it's been about 2 hours, and it looks like the temperature has fallen just a little bit below 200, but I don't know how long it's been that way. And took a look, and minus the tumbleweed stuff on here, these have a nice shiny coat to them, much like a well-seasoned cast iron pan. So that's what I'm going for. So tomorrow, if all goes well, I will have an actual cook on this, and we'll see how the food actually turns out for the first time. I'm going to attempt smoking some drumsticks. I'm going to do some fake crab stuffed grilled zucchini and some eggplant from the garden. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Tune in. Got the grill up and running. Trying to smoke some chicken, trying to smoke some pork ribs. I am doing the firebox thing. I'm struggling to maintain temperature where I want it, but that's an operator error. That's not a grill problem. I'm going to throw some veggies on the propane side in a bit when the guests arrive, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's going to take a learning curve to get used to it, but I'm a big fan of this already. Propane side, super easy to use if you've ever cooked on a propane grill before, and the charcoal wood burning smoking grilling side just takes a learning curve, but everything looks great and it's working just fine. I have no complaints. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you are safe and well fed wherever you are. I wish you mucho amor, and bon appetit.